Hello friends and welcome to another episode of Whose Fault Is It Anyways? We are here to pass some sassy judgment on your games. We're starting off with a Rubick game. This is unranked, but it's about Archon to Legend. And you mentioned that you felt like you dominated your lane, and you thought Centaur would just roll the game from here, but enter the mid game, everyone feels kind of weak, and then you just kind of lose. So what happened? I think this is a great question because this mistake happens a lot, and so that's why I want to talk about it here. Let's take a look at this net worth. This is really good. 5,800 just about. That's pretty ahead of everyone else. Does that mean we should do the smoke right now? Does that mean we should force a lot of active plays right now? No. It is possible to get a lead, but not be strong enough to force a lot of fights. That's the current state you're in. This is good. 2K up at 13 minutes. That's certainly favorable. Tower down. But you can't just do whatever you want. It's not that huge of an advantage. So you still have to feel out the power spikes. And I would like to direct your attention to Centaur's net worth, his items. He's so rich. But he only has Phase and Vanguard because 2,000 gold is in this Blink Dagger. It's not spent. We take 2,000 away from his net worth, and he's actually the lowest core. That's his current state. Now, actually, they have unspent gold too, so it's not that clear cut. But the point is, should we be going right now? Should we be smoking our core who doesn't have Stampede, doesn't have Blink Dagger? Do we urgently need to force this and to stop someone? Not really, right? Our draft seems fine. I don't feel like we're going to lose out to an alchemist or some other speedy farmer that we have to stop and pressure right now. What's wrong with waiting a little bit? And in fact, let me paint you a picture because you're not going to see it here. This camp, 9 seconds about to respawn. Respawns, farms it. Boom, he's got the Blink Dagger. He calls out the Blink Dagger. He probably farms this camp too. The Blink Dagger arrives. He has Stampede. And he has Blink. Now you smoke, now you go. In the meantime, while you were waiting, you were farming their half of the map. You're probably farming this wave too. You're still restricting their parts of the map, right? They're going to feel a little dangerous here, so they're not going to farm as well here. They've got their mid lane, sure, and their off lane, but you're starting to pull ahead. And if you just maintain that for a while, you're going to keep going ahead. But this smoke, what we're about to watch, is just forcing things a bit too soon. Now, yes, should Centaur probably be the one to say, guys, I'm not on my power spike? Sure. But you gotta remember, they're just simple farmers. They are people of the land. The common clay of the New West. Core players. It's just walking around in vision, not farming. Okay, we pick up a Jakiro kill. Cool. Centaur, why did we bait him into farming, though? Into spending time? He should have just been boop, boop, boop. Farming this up, getting that Blink Dagger, getting that net worth. But you baited him. You smoked him in. And he doesn't know. He just goes along. He wants to be a team player. And you bait him into trying to gank a Tiny under his tier 2? It's pretty tough. He doesn't have a Blink. He doesn't have Stampede. You guys want to dive? Not really. So now he gets farming, still not at Blink. Kept the Jakiro kill. That's cool. Someone has to call out. Stop. Don't do any more. We don't have hookshot. We don't have any spells. We just used a large portion of mana. And we still don't have our Blink Dagger. This guy, what's he got? He doesn't have his bear. He doesn't want to do anything. Lone Druid hates when his bear is on cooldown, because if the bear dies, he's screwed. Not never, but try not to ever involve Lone Druid when he has no cooldown. Slark, he's just farming up. We're getting that gold lead. Okay, maybe we got to slow down this Brewmaster, but we're hitting timings coming up. Chill. Look, we got that kill. We can farm this whole jungle. We can continue to grow our net worth lead. Do we do that? No way, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Look at these people. Let me slowly walk up to them because I don't have Stampede and I don't have a Blink Dagger. So let me just walk up to multiple stuns And then, wow, look at that. I didn't hit the stun. Who could have figured that out, guys? I certainly couldn't. Should we stop? We have all this map. We don't have any spells. We don't have our items. Should we stop? Of course not. Keep going into their triangle as well towards their strongest hero. Oh, no. Centaur. What happened to you? Why didn't you blink out? He doesn't have it. At least he bought his blink before he died, so he didn't lose too much gold. Now what happens after that? Uh-oh, another hero caught. Should we help him? Should we go in? Man, wish we had Stampede to get out of this. Oh no, these heroes look dead. Let me come in too. Hi guys. And now we kind of just chain fed a whole bunch of deaths that we probably could have avoided. Look, they're just simple core players. They don't know how to make these choices for themselves. He was about to jump in 1-on-4. Don't bait your team into this kind of stuff. Just a minute ago, look at this Tiny without blink. Oh, what's that? The Centaur we baited into this fight and now got killed? Would you look at that? The Tiny finished his blink. And then he kills you with it. And if that's not poetic justice, I don't know what is. So, we were really ahead at around 13 minutes. And over the course of 2 minutes, we really just gave a ton of gold and XP to the enemy. I know you're technically still in the lead, but just imagine it, right? That different path we talked about, that we chill, we don't force these fights, we just farm up their part of the map, we set up the vision, we play in that vision, we don't go chasing to other parts of the map, and you just build that lead. You're now 4 or 5k up instead of still 1k. All it takes is to tell the core players what they need to do. Don't bait them in, tell them like, hey, you're almost really strong. We just gotta wait for that. Get that item, and then we'll go. And at any point, any of you could have done that. Any of you could have said, hey, I don't have this item, I don't have this spell. Hey, this guy just used his spells. Hey, he just used his mana. We shouldn't do this. Anyone can do it. I know I'm joking around flaming the cores, but like support players, core players, all of you, whoever identifies it and says it, any one of you on this team, and the last 2 minutes could look totally different. Next, we have a Drow in about mid-legend who wrote in saying that they had 4 really bad teammates and that I would have a tough time calling this one winnable. And I like those kind of challenges. So I took a look, and you know what? I think you're right. This was a pretty tough game for you because your teammates were not having the best game. Now, I don't think they were like griefing intentionally or anything, right? I think they were all probably playing, doing their best, but just not having the greatest games for whatever reason this time. But I found it interesting that you didn't really mention any of your own mistakes in this game, so I thought I would take a look and find some for you. And what I want to say is that I do think you played well enough for your rank that, you know, you probably contributed your fair share towards winning this, and if your teammates had just done a little better, you probably would win. But sometimes climbing MMR is about carrying these really, really, really bad teammates, and maybe that could have happened this game. So let me point out this sequence of events that happened here, starting around now, about 24 minutes, and you are on top of the net worth, right? 13k, about 1,000 ahead of the others. And yeah, okay, our teammates are, you know, a little bit down there, but I believe in you. I think this is close to carryable, especially how the next couple minutes go, because Drow is just one of those types of carries who can output a lot of damage and can sometimes just solo stuff. So first off, I don't think you should be getting a Manta. I admit, not a carry player, not a Drow player, but this is a really good Silver Edge game against Spectre. And Silver Edge is a pretty common item to build here after Hurricane Pike, because you kind of have a choice after Hurricane Pike. You can kind of pick whatever's best for the game, and I think Shard and Silver Edge sound really good. It'll break your passive, it'll help you avoid some of these other heroes going in on you. I don't really see what the Manta is for in terms of dispelling anything, and yeah, it'll kind of mess with her passive, but we're not going to worry about that because we're going to break her passive. So I feel Silver Edge would be a lot better here into BKB, because then you can ignore like 3 to 4 of the heroes and just kill one at a time, kite with the Hurricane Pike and Silver Edge. So in terms of itemization, I think that would have already helped you out a lot. But now let's keep going. So farming mid, this kind of play happens top. They try to gank Wind Ranger. She pops a BKB and actually ends up killing Leshrac. They Spectre Haunt in. Turns out there's a couple other heroes here. So off the bat, we've already got our mid Leshrac dead. We've now got Hoodwink dead. Night Stalker going in. Marcy low health. And you show up. And you think about joining. And you do join. What's up with this? Now, when you're doing really well, not that you know your top net worth, but, you know, you get the feeling, my team's not doing so great, but I am. You have a lot of extra responsibility now. Of course, sometimes you make mistakes and that happens, but when you're doing the best on your team, there's an extra weight to not make mistakes. And this is a fight that we should absolutely be getting out of. There's no way that fighting 3v5 when another hero is about to die makes any sense. And all 5 enemy heroes are up here. That means this whole part of the map is open. And they don't have Spectre ult because they used it in this fight. So you could be farming and trying to finish up your next item, which for you is this Manta, which we're pretty close to. A Silver Edge would be another 1,000 after that. But your current GPM is rocking, man, what's the hotkey? It's about 500, I think. Yeah, a little over 500, and that's really good. So in just about 2 more minutes, you would finish a Silver Edge, and I would say that would give you a massive power spike. You're not going to get that money for quite a while, based on the series of events that we're about to see. So you run up here, right? You don't identify that this is a bad fight. You kind of stick around too long. Oh, it looks like we're getting away. Nah, maybe we should go back 2v5, and then you get caught, and then you get killed. So this 100% avoidable and very important. When you're the top net worth, you're giving a lot of gold and XP, and more than that, you are losing time to farm yourself to continue trying to become the super carry to carry our bad teammates. We're about 25 seconds from Drow respawning after that death, and I want you all to watch this minimap. This is what you should be doing if you're dead, whether you're a core player or a support player. They take Aegis. They were all top after killing us, and now they've taken Aegis. Okay. Now we see 1, 2, 3 heroes. Yeah, Night Stalker really shouldn't be here. That's his own mistake. Bad on Night Stalker for not leaving mid sooner when they just finished Aegis. Are they just going to sit here? No, they're going to leave. They're going to start doing stuff. Hey, where's a hero we could go to? Someone sitting in the creep line, showing us exactly where he is? Yeah, that sounds good. So yes, that's a Night Stalker's mistake. Let's continue though. Let's see, do we make any mistakes? Now knowing that 3 heroes just showed mid? And then speeding up a little bit. Whoa, take a look at that. 2 heroes now showing bottom. So did they go mid and then fall back to their jungle? No, they went mid and they continued being active. We're still missing a couple heroes. Spectre probably farming her own jungle. But where are the other supports? They're probably in here too now. This is the enemy's part of the map. It's about to be. So you coming up mid, I don't mind this because Pango and Wind Ranger just showed bottom and you do have this time. But look at that. Here's Witch Doctor. Here's Earthshaker. Now, the 4 action-pack heroes who are looking to start stuff and Spectre to haunt in, they're all on the bottom half of the map. So we finish this. And yeah, that's right. Let's go to the bottom part of the map. Why are you here? The whole top of the top is safe. At least this part's safe. And then the further we go, I am worried about Spectre and I'm worried about people responding and rotating in. But your odds are definitely better than coming down here. They could have a ward here. They could have a ward here. They have a ward here. They wiped you all and they're showing in this jungle. I know they're here. So guess what? You farm a little bit. Take a look. She messes up her stun. Other people come in. But you still end up dying here. This is 100% avoidable on your part because you know they're stronger than you. You knew they were in the bottom part of the map, but you still choose to farm this camp instead of going top, which is completely open, into all the rest of this. And you have TP to come home. So another death. You were rocking about 500 plus GPM. This is 2 minutes you've now spent dead. So that's 1,000 gold at least you've lost. Not to mention giving away extra gold, they get farming time, so they're all building this bigger net worth that really shouldn't be happening right now. Is 2 times enough? No way, Jose. All right, mini map again. So we just saw us die here. Night Stalker just died here again too. Hoodwink tries to come into D ward. Surprise, surprise. When they're still in this area, they'll simply kill you. So is 2 teammates dying there enough? Has that showed our team anything? Oh, no way. So you come here and farm, and I think this is the correct decision. And then you should keep going top. Hey, Night Stealer is stealing my farm. I don't care. You'll outlast hit him. This is the correct place to be. Move this way. Don't let him push you away because he's there. You'll beat him in all these last hits. So go there. What's that? Another teammate wants to walk into this area where they have vision. Well, how about I join you guys? Into the 5 enemy lineup that has killed all our team over here with our low health hero? Sure. Let me walk in as well. Your teammates are bad. You established this. Don't follow them. Now, incredibly, you actually don't die here and you pick up an Earthshaker kill, which is honestly quite amazing. I don't know if this really should have worked out, and this skill shot that's about to miss here could have killed you. So this isn't really like, oh, we made the right choice. This is like they kind of mis-executed, and I probably should have paid the price for that. You know what? The team, despite constantly losing people and losing fights, let's all go in. And you're like, heck yeah, let's go in. I'm glad you canceled this, because in hindsight, does this make any sense? In this area where we keep losing fights as a team? Now, our teammates might be bad for coming here, but aren't we also bad for going into what is sure a losing fight? I think so. You cancel your TP? Where could I go? Where's open? When I know they're all bottom? That's right. Let's engage them here for about, I don't know, 4 creeps. This seems about worth it. Isn't this all wasted time? I'd say so. This right here, this is a whole lot of damage that isn't getting you any gold because we're not really looking to find kills on our own. We're gonna need our bad teammates to bait their lives and allow me time to hit things, and we're gonna do that from the tier 3. Here we go. Now we move to farm. And off of this farming pattern, let's just speed ahead. Hey, look at that. Just farm, 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 push things out. That was a nice sequence of events in this top half of the map that could have happened in the last couple minutes. Someone just died here. That's right. Let's not go there. This is correct. We're avoiding the enemy now and farming away from them. Leshrac is dead. Night Stalker, he is stunned. You want to fight? Here. Not out here. Drow Ranger, Sniper, long-range heroes who are on the back foot. This is the best place to fight. When they're hitting the tower, you stand back here because it is the hardest for the enemy team to close behind you because there's no way to sneak into the base. You have all your buildings. When you come out here, you're asking them to be able to get on top of you. Let's recap this by taking a look at the player net worth graph. Here where we started, you were pretty much top of net worth, and if you had maintained that pace, you'd be about the same as Wind Ranger at the top of this leaderboard. But instead, due to those deaths, for a period of about 5 or 6 minutes, you barely gained any gold at all. You actually like plateaued, which is insane, right? As a carry player who's picking up items and levels to farm even faster, you barely gained any gold here. So I'm not saying your team is like not the reason you lost, because they definitely had a lot of like questionable deaths, but you made your own share of mistakes here. And if you cut out some of those deaths and you have a better net worth, I can't guarantee a win or anything, but you do have some natural tools against Wind Ranger. You have a True Strike in your ult, as long as she keeps her distance, which as you choose better fights and stay in your base, she's going to have a harder time committing that hard, or she's going to dive way too hard, and you're going to pop your Silver Edge or Hurricane Pike yourself further back, get your active, or get your ult back, and then start True Striking her. Your team will hopefully help you in your base as well. I know they're kind of questionable already, but it's a lot easier to make the right plays when you're like defending your high ground. You could have that Silver Edge for Spectre to break her, kill her. You have a BKB to ignore pretty much the other 3 heroes. Drow's one of those heroes who I think can do it, especially in a pub. I know they're going to overextend. They're not going to carry detection for like Silver Edge at all times, especially if you're way in the back. The supports are going to have a hard time getting to you because they probably have detection, but the slotted out cores who are so rich because they're farming your teammates, right? They don't have the space for detection. So if you have that Silver Edge, you're going to be in the back. They're not going to be able to kill you, and then you get to strike once they start backing off. I think even if it's not winnable, there's definitely rooms for significant improvement at this stage right here. This is a pretty big series of mistakes on your own part, which really just come down to taking a look at the minimap and understanding where you should move to continue farming, which would have giving you a better shot. Maybe you don't win, but you have a better shot. Thank you for watching. If you want to blame one of your teammates, please leave a comment, like and subscribe if you want as well, but you don't have to. Just leave a comment, let me know who you're playing, whose fault it is, all of that stuff, and I'll pick a couple more people for the next episode. Bye.